What's that under there? Bones.
Interactive displays that invite you to touch an animal bone or open a drawer to see a collection of First Nations tools helps us understand the world and community where we live.
Because we're a community museum, our focus is artifacts from Nanaimo, and we have all sorts of amazing artifacts come in. Sometimes they don't even look like they would be that significant. They just look like a little old thing, but the story behind them is so incredible that we have to have them. So this is our artifact storage space.
On behalf of the city, the Nanaimo Museum maintains collections of artistic, cultural, and historical relics from the past that tell the tale of who lived here, where they worked, bought goods, and even memorialize tragic events that shaped our community.
So this is an artifact from our collection that at first glance doesn't really look that exciting, but the story behind it is incredible. It's a nurse's lapel pin, and the initials stand for Nanaimo General Hospital. And what makes this really special is that it was owned by a girl named Anna Fong Dickman, and she later became the first Chinese-Canadian RN in the province in 1931.
It takes careful planning and hard work to make museum exhibits visually striking, educational, and authentic as possible.
We take all that into account when we're setting up an exhibit, so we're thinking about what color is it going to be, what's it going to look like, how does it fit in with the exhibits that are already in the museum. And I think that a lot of people are surprised to hear that we spend a year or more preparing for an exhibit.
It can take a week or two to deconstruct an exhibit and put on a new presentation.
We have staff that are very experienced at laying out exhibits. So that's one piece. Once we have an idea of what our topic is, what types of artifacts we want to fit in there, then we start thinking about where are we putting display cases and how is the story going to come out and be shared through the space. And they lay everything out right down to the dimensions of the display cases. This exhibit is our feature exhibit for December, and it's called Christmas in the Golden Age of Radio. So it features our radio collection, which is quite extensive, and it's based locally. It's connected to the Fletcher family, who own Fletcher's Music and Fletcher's Furniture, so we're really happy to have an opportunity to showcase that.
Feature exhibits are sometimes loaned from other institutions across the country, but most of the objects put on display come from private citizens.
So we regularly get phone calls from the community, people that are interested in donating artifacts to us. And that's a really important way for us to develop our collection. So we love it when we get those phone calls. And a main criteria that we have with artifacts that we accept into our collection is that they must tell a strong story of Nanaimo's history. I think that if we do a really good job of sharing stories and sharing local history through artifacts and photographs, that it engages people who maybe think that history is boring. What we do here, I think, is a little bit different because we're able to connect people in the community to stories that come from their community, and that right off the bat is more interesting.
Museums take ordinary things, remnants of the past, and transform small spaces into stimulating glimpses of where we've been and how far we've come. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Annette Lucas.